I think John agrees with you. You know.
Yeah, Dave.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you for your observation. Now, I am not opposed to the idea of family getting together. More so on Christmas as their special day, but they also get together during the year. What we are really talking about is those people who go about their business. They couldn't care less that man over there, whether he lived or died. But when Christmas comes now, you are going out of your way, maybe not for him, but what we noticed that has been coming out, that people do to make a show. My house look a certain way at Christmas time. My house is the best looking presentation in the neighborhood. We have people like that, and those are the people that we were targeting, Dave. You know, and sometimes those people spend money that they didn't have, and they maybe borrowed money, go to the unions or credit unions and one thing, and borrow money for Christmas to get a show. This is my presentation. And they do it with money that they have. Sometimes the things that they purchase, they don't even need, but you have that there to show that I have so and so. And it usually impress some people that they don't even like.
Exactly.
So,
and John,
those are the people that we're targeting.
Exactly. And that's what you're saying. And that's what we say, that is what Christmas should be all about. And we all yeah. What you just mentioned there, Dave, that is what we're saying. It should be, you know, we are agreeing with you. That is what the spirit should be, you know, and we agree with you. We get talking about it and festival and all.
Not isolated to a single week in the
year.
You see? But to the family, yes. Well, I mean, that is the sort of thing, Dave, you would probably take you with your family all along. Which country are you from, Dave?
Barbados.
Oh, Barbados.
And Dave,
right,
and another thing that we are talking about today too, we have a lot of kids who do not appreciate the value of the material things that they would get from their parents. These parents would have worked extremely hard to give them things that they themselves would not be able to enjoy or had in their lives. But they give them in a way that the children now accept them, but they do not appreciate these things that they get. And I'm not against that you're giving a child whatever he needs and try to give your child a better life than what you have. But when you're doing so, do not let the child lose the meaning of humanity, that spirited feeling of humanity, that these things has a value. There are unfortunate kids like who don't have the opportunity to have what I have, and I must remember that, you know. So sometimes in doing so, that effort that we work so hard to give our children the things that we didn't have, and so we does not make them. We should do so in a way that making them better citizens, and that we don't do that.
But I tell you something. Cyrus? Oh, yeah, you take it, Cyrus. I'll come after. Yeah. Take it, Cyrus.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, you see, we need to teach. We need to be teaching our children values, morals, ethics. We need to teach them. Look, I had a patient many years ago, and he said to me once, he said, Mr. Cyrus, civility costs nothing, but it pays great dividends. And that is quite true. You see, for instance, something as simple as sometimes a smile, a thank you, a please, I am sorry, I was wrong, I made a mistake. Those are the words, those are the parts of our vocabulary, are who we are, that actually makes our society a better place to live in.
Well,
more so than all the money and all the tea in China.
And more so that we want the kids, if someone could only afford to give you a Christmas card and that person can't afford to give you an Xbox, you must place the same value and that gift. You know? That's the point we want to hear.
Because it's the thought that counts, not the material.
And even if it's a card that they made, not one that they bought in
the card that the person has made is of more value than the one that
value.
I've got cards and things that my children made when they were in kindergarten, and I treasure those more than any card that you will ever buy, because when you spend $50 on a card, as opposed to somebody who's made a card because for whatever reason. But usually it's because he loves you. In fact, the byline on my stationery says this: no one cares how much you know until they know how much you care. And when people know how much we care, that is when the value of the individual will start to rise.
Yes, so we want to see the children happy. We like to see the children happy. You know, to appreciate the joys that come out of their heart and soul. And this is what it's all about.
George,
is not, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to make the point that when we were talking about the children, set a good example before children and don't allow them to lose the value of things.
That's right.
I remember visiting a home, and here was the mother with two small children. When she saw me, she said, "Hi, look, Santa Claus. I hope you bring me present. If you ain't bring the present, don't worry to come." And when I got to the step to go to the door, the little child looked at me and said, "You got my present, but don't come here if you don't got my present." Now that child is learning from the very beginning to look forward to a handout.
And Dave, I want to hear your response to this.
The parent would have done that inadvertently. So when a child goes through that sort of tender age, when it comes to Christmas and you come, you must be bringing my present or else don't come.
Don't come.
The value of the visit is nothing. You got my present, but don't come if you ain't got a present. You see what I mean? We very often, I think. David, still with us?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah.
I think the gentleman that spoke before you, I think you said Cyrus. It was?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Which he was talking about, the child not appreciating the gifts that the parents would have given, if it is not what they really wanted.
Yeah.
But, the thing about it, how I see, children, I have two of my own, and to understand your child, I think is a very important part in your life and theirs as well, because things can be a bit uncomfortable when you give something that the child don't think, although it should be appreciated by the child. One have to remember that is still a child. And, they don't often or at that age don't recognize certain things about life and to appreciate certain things. Hello?
But that is where the parents, that's where the parents
come in. Yeah.
In psychology, we say, in behavior modification, behavior management, you have to first model the behavior you want to see reproduced in others. It is no longer good enough to say monkey see. You see, we have to remember monkey see, monkey do. So it can't be do as I say and not as I do. It has to be do as I do as well as do as I say.
See, and look at the situation that John mentioned, where the child tell her,
exactly. If you ain't bring my gift, don't come.
Yeah.
But while that is true, remember that might be somewhat to some learned behavior. I put it
is
down
learned
to
behavior.
But
that's what we're saying, that the parent was at fault there. The parent led the child down the wrong road.
Yes, right. But remember, a good friend of mine also told me, in relations to children, the child sees itself and no one else. So if this is the case.
Depends at what age. It depends at what age.
Okay. Okay. Depends on the age.
It depends on what age child. But what we're saying is this, that child came into this world like an empty slate. Anything written on it, the parent, the society wrote it.
That's right. We all put it on
The
it.
child didn't come here knowing anything. We taught the child whatever it knows. So when the parent does not behave like a proper parent, the child will follow what parents.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, good evening.
Welcome,
This is
welcome.
Lady A here. Hello?
Yeah, welcome, and thank you for calling. Where you calling from, caller?
Hello?
Caller? Yes, caller, we are hearing you. Please tell us where you calling from?
Yes, this is Lady A, sir.
Okay, good. You are from St. Vincent. You're calling from St. Vincent, right?
Of course.
Good, okay. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you very much. I have been sitting here and I've been listening for a while and I was wondering if I should really call in. But this last topic here is interesting. I would really say that Christmas, for me, I see it really change a lot. Because when I was growing up to now, the Christmas now is different than when I was really growing up. When I was growing up, is a lot of sharing. I remember we didn't have the gas oven. I grew up with my auntie. It was about 13 of us children, her husband and herself. A lot of children. And I remember a lot of neighbors who used to come around. They used to use what we call the drum oven at that time. I don't know if John know about that. Where you would light the wood fire and put it on it.
Yeah, of
And it
course.
used to be a glorious time because, you know, a lot of people in the yard baking and stuff like that. You know, the sharing, the picking of the pigeon peas and, you know, stuff like that. Christmas now to me is a more self-centered thing. Everybody want to be on top. Everybody want the best. And, stuff like that. But
the more affluent we become, the less interactive we are. You see, I am now sitting in my golden palace as opposed to the community spirit that existed way back.
And this is what we're zeroing on, the value that we now place on Christmas. It is different, in my opinion, that we had in the past. There was a love and an understanding, a care for each other, whether you have or you didn't have. But today, it's not like that. What we are seeing in a wide part of our society, community, we are seeing people now glad to have more than their neighbor and feel good when they have more than the neighbor and the neighbor don't have as much. And this is not what our Christmas should be like. If you if your neighbor don't have as much as you have, you should be concerned and you share.